Are y'all ready for a tour? Here we are. It is 91 degrees right now. We're still getting highs of 97, 98. So it is summer here in South Texas, if you didn't know. Let's walk on over. This is my entrance. And I'm still in love with this vine. After these past 3 years, this has been my favorite vine. I have 11 raised beds and I just added 2 new ones, so check it out. I'll link the video here. This is my first one that has so much sweet potato. This was only, I believe, 4 or 5 starts and it's filled my entire bed and I love it so much. In the spring I had an open tour. It was the very first one and Alejandra gave me those sweet potatoes. That's what I have here mainly, and the rest are just little zinnias or zinnias over there. Some okra in the middle. I really like this okra. Cosmos was the first time me using, and on this other bed they're already blooming, so I'm loving Cosmos. And then I have some self-seeded Victoria Blue Salvia, and I added some coleus there in the bag just for later. Once the sweet potato is gone, then I'll still have some color there. On bed number 2, you see the Cosmos? I didn't think I would love these as much as I do. Beautiful colors. Definitely gonna keep that as a favorite. Over here I have some self-seeded marigolds. A potato vine that I love. I love that they're trailing out, and I have a purple one here and a lime green over there. I have the same thing, some self-seeded Victoria Blue Salvia, some coleus. I haven't removed this Mexican marigold, but I wanted to show you what the beds look like before I remove a lot of these things. I'm gonna step back and show you this bed over here is where I have all my sweet peppers, and I have some here that you can see. I love the color of these. A lot there. And over here I've got some lunchbox, and I did the same look over here with the potato vine. This bed here is a mix of everything. As you can tell, the African blue basil has taken over this entire bed, but I love it because it screams pollinators. If I come close, you can see they're very active in here. I truly need this in my garden beds, and I love having to walk around it. I like the mystery into the garden. I have a volunteer tomato here that has tomatoes and they're ripening still. An eggplant, some shiso in the bag, a white currant cherry tomato, and then here is the match to the other potato vine. And this is my favorite part of the garden because I get to look at everything and the sun sets right on that corner. We're gonna walk on over to the side of the house where I have the rest of the beds, and I have my new sitting area. I'm not gonna show you yet, you have to stick around till the end. This is the look from the back, and here are my new raised beds that I'm so excited to use. Over here on this bed, I still have the leftover tomato that continues to thrive, but I will remove it after this video. A lot of this is gonna go because I have to get my beds ready for fall. And I haven't removed my papayas just because I didn't want this to look so bare. And I'm still gonna try to pot one of these and see if I'm successful with it. And I've actually left it here because I've never grown papaya before, and I really wanted to see how it grew. And just so you know, it grows very fast. I'm very impressed with the amount of growth in the last month. And in the back, I just have some flowering annuals. I had some winter squash that didn't make it because of the squash vine borer. Over on this side, all of this is one cucamelon, and I hope that I can harvest some this year. They still have a lot of spider mite issues, but I'm going to try to control it, and I think it's getting better. I forgot what spinach this is, but this is a spinach that I really haven't tasted just because it all has spider mites. Like, it devoured this plant, and I like the way it just trails over, so it's just for the looks. I have a sunflower here that's leaning over just to get the sun, but I really wanted to have a sunflower in the corners of every bed. This is some onion chives that are flowering. If you've never eaten the bloom before, you should definitely give it a try because it's very, very tasty. This is where I had my strawberries. They're pretty much done. Over here is a sweet potato vine that I did not plant. It self-seeded, and this is just one plant, and it's also blooming. It blooms beautiful. They look like petunia flowers. It's little lavender flowers. They're beautiful, and I really love it because it gives a lot of shade. I removed the white currant cherry tomato that I had here finally. It still had some tomatoes, but they were starting to get bitter, so I knew it was time for it to go. Another African blue basil, and you can tell the difference between this one and the other one. This one has less room because it's competing with the other basil. This is cardinal basil, but I wanted to see how these two do, and I truly love this cardinal basil because of the blooms. If you're here, this is a bright green and a very deep purple, maybe burgundy. But I don't have anything else other than some flowering annuals and my super sweet 100 tomatoes. They are almost done. This is another one that I was waiting just to remove, but you see I still have some cherry tomatoes that are ripening, and they are still delicious. This is not like the white currant that is bitter. These are super sweet, just like the name. Now this one, I've been waiting for this video to pull this out. This is a Mampuki carrot that's flowering. I'm not sure if the seeds are ready, but I'm not too interested in keeping them. I did love the look of the blooms. So now is the time to pull it out and see how it looks. I was definitely not expecting this. This was supposed to be really long and giant looking, but I can see where it was going bad. This is coleus that I wanted to decorate this bed. I think I'm still gonna try to do some type of vine in the back and see if we can squeeze some of that in between. The only other thing that I have is another piece of African blue basil. I had it everywhere because I wanted to see where I loved it. And then a marigold that I truly don't like. I think this is the yellow one, but it's a very large, and I snuck it in here just so that we had something colorful on this corner. I finally figured out what this was. I used the app Picture This, and it works 100% of the time. This is a dianthus. It's been here for the entire year, and it's never bloomed. So it's definitely gonna go, but I love the fact that it's always been green, and it kind of worked here in the corner. But I think it didn't have enough sun, so that's why I didn't get a chance to bloom. In the back I have lemon balm, and I'm sure you've watched other videos where I talk about how I love the spot for this one. And some kale here that's been here since the winter. And I just noticed this little guy making it a home. This lemon basil is a volunteer, and it's been here for a long time. This oregano is from last year, and it came back after the winter. And over here is my hot peppers. Habaneros, jalapenos, serranos. Look at all these that are ready. I wanted to show you how beautiful they looked. I love the red colors. This is a toothache plant and some salvia. And I love the combination of yellow and purple, yellow and blue. And I have a volunteer tomato. I always wanted something tall in this bed, and I definitely got it. In the center I have dahlias, and then a red burgundy okra on the ends, and then some more of the green okra in the middle. I tried a few things here, didn't work out, but I also snuck in this potato vine on each corner. I have some vincas. I totally forgot what this is. It's really neat. The okras have been doing good. This area gets a lot of sun. Over there in the corner, I've had this mint for years. It continues to come back. I don't water it, it just does its own thing. But I've been meaning to change that pot to a much taller one. Here's my shiso, more coleus, some snapdragons, one petunia. This area is gonna have the carrots because soon we're not gonna have a lot of sun here, and I think they'll do okay with minimal sun. And then here we come back. This is another basil. It's a different kind. I totally forgot what it is. And this is a self-seeded Victoria Blue Salvia. And I forgot to mention, I have a blueberry here that I've been meaning to move. It's pretty old already, and I haven't been able to harvest but one blueberry in the last 2 years. So I don't think it's that happy. We're gonna make a change soon. Now are you ready for the big reveal? I love it. There's a lot that I still need to do to it, but it takes me a while. I'm not good at decorating right away. I think about things too much, but for now, I love the way it looks. I do have one item that is not doing well. And I truly love it, but I need to move it. And that's my Japanese maple. I purchased one. I really wanted to work here, and it turns out that it receives too much sun, so it's been dying on me and I have to move it. But it was part of the original plan, and I want you to see what my initial intention was. And there it is. You see how I'm covering my Japanese maple tree? Yeah, it's pretty burnt. It took me a while to find a carpet that I loved and a little bit of decor. I love the centerpiece there. Teresa gave me that. She came to my tour, and it's very special to me. I wanted something that was more loungy. I don't really like the color of the cushions, but this set was on sale at Home Depot and I couldn't resist, because the best part was that I'm able to pull these out. Oh look, you saw my little friend. And I can relax my feet here. It's comfortable. Any other thing that I considered was hard, and I really wanted this area for me to relax, to read a book when it gets cooler. Let me know what you think. I think later on I'll change the color of the cushions just because it blends in too much with the fins. I like light colors, and I like to decorate with the cushions depending on the season. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned for the next video. It's going to be a tour of my backyard orchard. There's a lot of things that are growing, and I want to show you progress, so hopefully you stick around for that. Leave me comments below. Tell me what you think. Give me some advice, because I'd love to hear from you. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one.